So I just went to London for the first time, and here are the 5 things I did wrong. So the first step would be that I didn't eat any food. I do a lot of research before I go to a new place, and I kept seeing people say that London had a bunch of different markets where you can get food. So I just kind of had it in my head that I was just gonna run into one. Like, I would just come across one. That was wrong. I did not find any. And I did have a couple restaurants saved that I wanted to check out, but I was only there for like a day, and I kept seeing people say that you want to make reservations for these restaurants, and I just didn't know if I would be able to get to the restaurant in time, so I just didn't eat. I did stop at, oh my god, what's your guys' little like mart called? I think it's like, oh my god, hold on, Tesco Express. So I did go to Tesco Express a couple times to get some snacks so that I wasn't like completely starving, but yeah, I had no food. I didn't eat until I finally got to my hotel, and I just ate at the hotel restaurant. And so yeah, I did not get to try any London food. So the second mistake I learned this after I posted my London vlog. The Anne Boleyn painting I wanted to see was in the National Portrait Gallery, and I was in the National Gallery. If you want to go see Anne Boleyn, make sure you go to the National Portrait Gallery, which is apparently behind the National Gallery. And you know what? That's not my fault. Whoever designed that, you made that confusing as shit. That's on you. That's on you. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to go back to London one day and go to the National Portrait Gallery to see the Anne Boleyn painting. Okay, this third one's, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, it just happened. Like I said, I research about places before I go, and I saw somebody say this. They were like, whatever you do in London, do not do this because you will piss off all of the locals. It completely slipped my mind until I did it. So I was on the escalator and the people in front of me stopped. I was like, oh, I guess we're all stopping. So I'm just standing there and somebody comes up behind me and they're like, excuse me. And I didn't hear him the first time. And he's like, excuse me. And I turned and he's like right there. He's like, you know, like, can I get around? And that's when I realized that I was standing on the left side of the escalator, and I guess that's like the designated walk side, and the right side is where you're supposed to stand. So yeah, I was blocking everybody. Sorry, I was really tired, but as soon as I realized, I like ran down the escalator. I was like, oh shit, I totally read about this, so my bad, sorry. Oh, the next thing I did wrong. Let me set the scene for you guys. So I was trying to get from the Victoria Station to Stansted Airport. When I got to this place, the Tottenham, there were a lot of people waiting to go on the escalator. I, for some reason, was like, I don't want to wait in that line. I literally would have had to wait maybe 30 seconds, but I was just so tired. I was like, I'm not waiting that line. And the person in front of me decided to take the stairs. So I was like, you know what? She's got a great idea. I'm gonna take the stairs. The problem was is I did not look up to see just how far those stairs went. And about halfway up, I realized this was a big mistake. I had my backpack, so I had like an extra like 20 pounds on me, and I was just like, oh god. But at that point I already committed. There was somebody behind me. I had to keep going, and so many freaking stairs. And when I finally got to the top, oh my god, I could barely breathe. I was trying to ask how to get to the airport, and they're like, where are you going? And I was like, they were like, what? And I was like, I don't know what possessed me to go up all those stairs. Only like 4 people went up the stairs. Like, I realized the escalator was full of people for a reason. Most people were not crazy, and they're like, wow, those stairs are a lot of work. Let me just do the smart thing, go up the escalators. But not I. And then the last mistake I made was my hotel. Not so much picking the hotel, just I made multiple mistakes inside the hotel. First of all, I couldn't turn the lights on. I was like, why is none of the electricity working? I was losing my mind, and I'm like, I can't get the lights to turn on. Not a single light in this entire room works. Come to find out, the card is in charge of the lights. So I made that mistake, and then I couldn't figure out the AC for my life. I was either freezing or I was on fire. I could not get a happy medium. And then I locked myself out of my room. I had to call the front desk and be like, hi, I'm stuck. My card won't work. I guess I somehow swapped the card that's supposed to go into the AC with the one that opens the door, which they're freaking identical. How are you supposed to tell them apart? Whatever. So yeah, that was a whole fiasco. It was a struggle.